Hey, Earthy Wise Woman here. I am practicing with my whole editing thing because I didn't really edit videos. But a few days ago, I was doing some gardening and I wanted to try something that I had heard about because there are herbs that grow, naturally. Of course, we know herbs grow naturally. That's not what I'm trying to say. But there are people who produce, companies who, when they sell their herbs, they sell them roots and all in the produce department. And I've seen this and I'm like, those are pretty fresh and they're pretty wet. I wonder if you can transplant them. Now, your basic sage plants at, say, Home Depot, for the amount that I got at the grocery store, a plant that size would cost me maybe about $8 or $9. The plant at the grocery store, I believe, was like $3.79, and I already had the soil. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, this is pretty good because number one, I know this is non-GMO. And I'm here to tell you, for those who don't know that, why is that so important? It's because it's not genetically engineered. Some of the seeds that we are now buying, say at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, they are GMOs. And what that means is this: they have been genetically engineered and they will only grow for you maybe one season only. And after that, they're dead. And you're like, well, what can I do to keep them alive? You can't, because they're genetically engineered to die, which is really horrible when you think about it. Because plants, some plants, considering on the climate or how you care for them, they will go on to another season of growth, or their seeds may fall around their, the plant that was existing. The seeds from that plant may fall into the soil and produce new plants. But that's because these plants are pure, non-GMO plants, and they're doing what naturally should be happening. Okay, we in gardening, a lot of them call them something else. We call them volunteers because they voluntarily came up. And I have gotten some volunteers in some really weird places. I got a beautiful tomato plant grow right by my water spigot. Apparently, I dropped some seeds there. I've had squash plants grow in weird places, and I have really had pumpkin plants grow everywhere before. And that's fine. That's fine. It's natural. It's great. It's cool, actually. But GMO plants, they don't do that. They will not give you seeds that you can carry on to another season. And the plant itself, even if you take extremely good care, won't carry over to the other season. And that's terrible because, in a way, that's a systematic way of killing our planet. Because vegetables are not only good to feed ourselves and our livestock, but they're also good for photosynthesis and they clean the air. Trees do this as well as plants. So the fact that we would have a mechanized plant that is not of this earth, of course, we're killing our earth by doing that. That being said, I am going to roll the footage of what I did, and maybe you guys can come up with some ideas of what you can do to do some gardening in your area. And by the way, you don't have to plant this directly in your soil. So if you have an apartment or a condo and you say, well, I don't have any area to plant, you have a plastic container. You can grow in plastic containers. Yes, you can. You can grow in a coffee can, big coffee can. Basically, you can grow in practically damn near anything. If you have an idea of how to grow it, you can do it. Just make sure that the pot's big enough. And that's why I like coffee cans. Old-fashioned coffee cans, you can grow in those. I am currently when I say plastic containers, I'm talking about those storage containers where you buy them, the big tubs. You can grow a lot of plants in those. So never say you can't grow a garden. You can grow a garden, enough food to feed yourself and about 3 feet square. So never underestimate the ability. Here we go.
Hi people, Earthy Wise Woman here, and what I am doing currently is just mixing up soil. See, mixing it up, and I want to try something because I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, I don't have a green thumb and you do, and I got to tell you, I don't. Not initially anyway. Initially, I did not have a green thumb. But that being set aside, I'm going to pan up. See, these are some of the things we're currently growing. Now, this right here, I label it, is oregano, or tarragon, I'm sorry, tarragon. And this one is Greek oregano. I'm getting them mixed up. And chives and some salve over here. And I'm showing you all this because today I'm going to go to the grocery store and I am going to buy some organic herbs out of the produce department, and I am going to try to see if we can grow them. And I'm going to show you the kind. I'm going to take you guys with me to the market. First of all, you might want to know what kind of soil I'm using. Hold on. I'm going to pan down. There's that. And here's this. This is the soil I'm currently using. Now this is a seed starter mix. It's really good for saplings. Saplings are just baby plants starting off. This is made mostly out of peat moss and coconuts and such as that. But it's really, really good for starting off plants. I'm going to come up. Ooh. And this is organic, by the way. And this is it after some water. And I mixed in a little bit of compost with this, okay? So this is where I am going to end this part of the video, and then I'm going to take us to the market and show you what we're going to do. So for now, I'll see you later. Again, you can see these are the that is the rosemary on the right and the sage on the left, and these are the items that I bought at the grocery store, and I just want you to take a look at them. Here is the box that this came in. So I got this in the produce department. It's 100% organic, and I just want to see if we could stimulate some growth. Now, since I got these homes and I opened up the lid, you can see that the rosemary has already just like stretched itself out. And I'm going to be putting them in this, one of them, the rosemary. This is just an old butter dish. I put a hole in the bottom. So this is like repurposing and recycling all in one. Here's the soil. And I reconstituted with water and some compost. So I'm going to like maybe pause this a little and show you what it looks like when it's in the pot. Okay, so we're back, and I transplanted them into these plastic containers. And once again, as you can see though, that sage is in a bigger container because I gotta tell you, the other container wasn't gonna hold it, not at all. Now you might ask me, why didn't I just put them right outside and just let them go? Well, the reason is because they came out of a stressful environment. I mean, let's think about it. Here it is, you're at the grocery store, and all these weird people looking at you. You're under really bright lights, and they're not even grow lights. It's cold, and you're having water sprinklers coming at you, and you're listening to really bad elevator music. And that's what these plants went through. Now, right now, as magical practitioners, you may think, oh my gosh, she's lost her mind. These are just plants. Plants are living, and they've proven it. Plants have feelings, and that also has been proven. So, for that reason, they probably were in stress. Not only that, but they had their roots. So, they're probably thinking, oh my God, they're in plastic, so they're suffocating. Are we going to die? Why are we not in water? You know, it's very stressful for a plant. So I'm going to put them, well, I've already put them in these containers. See, containers. And I'm going to leave them in here for about a week and let them decompression, talk to them and let them know everything's cool. And then I am going to transplant them into a very nice container garden for a container for a large container for the rosemary, and for my sage I have a garden bed just for the sage. So that's where they're going to go. Now I want you to take a look at the soil. I want you to know I did not smash these or pack these down, because what the reason is this. I would tell anybody, don't pack the soil that you put your plants in too heavily down. Think of the roots like your feet, and think of the soil like your shoes. No one likes wearing tight shoes. Your feet can't wiggle, they don't feel comfortable. And it's the same with plants. If you pack it too densely, the roots don't really go very far, and it's not really conducive to good growth. So you pack it, but you don't pack it too tightly. You pack it kind of loosely, see? So we're going to see how these do in a week. And hopefully the next time I show you these plants, they're still alive, and they're growing in the container and in the garden bed, and they're talking to the other plants, and they're doing really well. Well, until then, Earthy Wise Woman, blessed be.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please join my channel. Love and light to you.